Today on the pod, my guest is Gage Weaver. Gage talks about being a three-sport athlete at Ontario High School, loving sports since he was a kid, and the moment he found out he was named All-Ohio in soccer. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to the Bases Loaded podcast. I'm your host, Gabe Kennedy, and today my guest is Gage Weaver. Gage, how's it going, buddy?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Can't complain. So how old are you and what are you involved with there at Ontario High School?
I'm 17 years old. I'm involved with soccer, basketball, and baseball.
Good deal. Obviously, soccer season right now, but being, obviously very, very busy over the summer. With school starting back up, was that something you're looking forward to, getting back into the routine of school, getting back into the grind since you had such a messed up year last year? You excited to be back?
Oh, definitely. I'm excited. Last year was obviously wacky because of COVID, all the restrictions and things. So yeah, it's kind of good to get back in the sort of the normalcy of things and get back into a routine that I can follow every day. So yeah, I was pretty excited about that.
As I say, now we just every day we're waiting and hoping that we continue to be in person and all that stuff. Are you guys full masks at Ontario? You guys got to wear masks?
Yeah, we have to wear a mask just for school only. Sporting events and stuff doesn't pertain to that, but yeah, in school we do.
Good deal. So being a three-sport athlete, your summer, was it pretty much consumed by playing something sports-wise pretty much every day?
Oh yeah, for sure. Pretty much every day, even the weekends. Every day I was in a sport. Usually on the weekends and a couple days during the week, I was with my travel baseball team, and then usually every weekday I was either doing soccer, basketball, or either lifting for every sport. So yeah, I was pretty busy every day.
So as I say, did it come a point in time where you had to pick what one you were going to do? Because it was unlimited for coaches, right? This summer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was unlimited. There, you could have contact the whole summer. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there's a couple nights where I had to choose either baseball, basketball, or soccer. So usually I chose baseball because that was the season. But I usually go by what order the season's coming is how I pick how I do that. So
Good deal. So explain your life story in regards to sports. What made you fall in love with the sports that you play?
um, I've been playing baseball or sports since I was could walk probably. I come from a pretty athletic family. I would say my mom played college volleyball. My dad was a great high school athlete. So yeah, I've been around sports my whole life. I remember my mom used to coach volleyball. I'd always go in the gym with her and stuff and chase balls around when I was a little kid. So I've been around sports my whole life. It's always just kind of been in the family.
Good deal. So was there anybody, when you were a kid, was there anybody you looked up to at the high school level that you wanted to be like someday?
Um, Probably not an individual person. I would say I, I every time I go to a high school basketball or soccer game, I would be like, oh, I want to be like them when I'm older. Usually, I like to say when I was little, we could stand in the basketball line and the players would come shake your hands and run through the line. I thought that was pretty cool, and it's always kind of cool to think about now because you used to be in those shoes and you know how it feels to be in that line slapping the high school kids' hands. So yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling.
Absolutely. Those kids are high fiving you. They're going back to the stands like, dude, Gage touched my hand, man. If he has a good game, it's
Mhm.
because of me, right? And you got to do that
Yeah,
when you were a kid.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's an awesome feeling.
Love it. Love it. So any coaches or people that come to mind when you think about your success so far?
Definitely my parents. Everything they've done for me all the time, money, and just everything they've spent into me and my siblings actually playing sports. So yeah, they kind of keep me going and keep me motivated to kind of be successful. So I give all the credit to them.
Good deal. As I say, how difficult is that schedule when you talk about, obviously one of the sports you play is baseball, like traveling baseball, these traveling leagues that you're doing all summer, obviously spending money, hotels, all this other stuff. That's a lot that goes into that, not only for you, but your parents as well, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's every weekend there. We're paying for a hotel or driving across the country to play a tournament. So yeah, it's a lot of money, time, effort.
I say it better be something you love to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love it.
So do you feel the pressure of being a student athlete or do you embrace the expectations?
Um, no, I don't feel pressure. I embrace it usually. I feel like embracing challenges kind of builds character. So I don't like it to get to my head all the pressure. I just kind of embrace it, and I feel like it makes me better as a person. So yeah, I embrace it.
Absolutely. As I say, there's an opportunity, and high school goes by pretty dang quick. Do you have a favorite sport? I mean, is it kind of the one that you're currently in, depending on the season, or do you lean on one more than the others?
Um, Definitely baseball for sure. I usually like the sport I'm in that season, but at the top of them, it's definitely baseball for sure. I've been playing it my whole life, and I just kind of fell in love with it at a young age, so I stuck with it. It's my favorite sport out of all of them by far.
So, being named All Ohio in soccer, describe what that was like when you found out you made All Ohio.
Yeah, it was kind of shocking actually. We were actually me and my coach were in a hallway talking. He goes, "This was actually before the Lexington district game last year," and he goes, "So I wanted to bring you here to discuss something with you." I'm like, "Oh crap, it's gonna be bad or something." And then he's like, "Yeah, we put your name in the selection for All Ohio," and it was amazing. I couldn't describe the feeling, but um, yeah, it was just amazing. It was so shocking because I didn't expect it. Because at the beginning of the season, I'm like, "Oh, I'm a goalie." You usually don't get noticed that much for a goalie, but then I get moved out to the field, and then I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, 20 goals, it's okay. I mean, nothing great. Maybe all conference, maybe hopefully, and then yeah. And then he told me that news, and I was hyped. It was definitely a good feeling.
Let's say being named All Ohio is obviously a huge accomplishment. Have you felt like you got to live up to that every day at practice? That expectation of being All Ohio?
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of pressure, but I mean, I talked about it, embracing the pressure. So, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's, yeah, you got to live up to it a little bit, but I mean, it just kind of fuels your fire a little bit to play hard each day and just kind of see what happens with it.
So that's the good thing. All Ohio, awesome stuff there. What about embarrassing stuff that has happened to you in sports? I feel like every time I ask this question, a couple things come to everybody's mind. Which one did you pick?
Oh, yeah, definitely when I was a freshman, um, JV basketball game, we were playing Shelby at Ontario. Um, Got in the passing lane, stole the ball. It was a breakaway. Go up for a layup. Ball just slips out of my hand. Nobody within 10 feet of me. It doesn't even hit the backboard. It just goes up in the air and comes straight down. I would say that's definitely the most embarrassing thing that's happened by far.
So is that something that do your buddies still give you a hard time about that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone that was on that team always comes up to me and is like, I don't know, let's see if you can make this layup or whatever. Yeah, they still always bug me about it.
So as I say, so no matter how great you become, whatever you do in life, your buddies are always going to have that against you, no matter what, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're always going to be there to remind me about it.
So it's good stuff. So at Ontario, we've got new basketball, new baseball coaches there. Um, how are you handling that? Because obviously, that's a tough transition. Anytime you've got phenomenal coaches stepping away from the program, but you got new guys coming in. How excited are you for that?
I'm very excited actually. It's going to be a lot different for sure. Usually when new coaches come in, it's a lot of change for sure. But yeah, it's. I mean, I'm already getting used to it. I see Coach Fargle in the hallway every day, so I mean, it's it's pretty much kind of like getting used to it every day. And baseball was he was an assistant coach, so Coach Ellis was. So I mean, it's not a huge change, but I mean, obviously Jeff was an amazing guy, amazing coach. So I mean, he's got big shoes to fill. So does Coach Mergel. But I mean, I'm excited for both basketball and baseball season to see what our teams do and just see how the season goes on.
Absolutely. Do you have any pregame routines or superstitions for any of your the sports that you play?
I do actually. I get made fun of for it a lot, but because it's you don't really see it usually. But I like to listen to country music before every game. Country is my go-to genre of music usually, so I like to listen to it before every game.
So all the sports, it's country music. So you're not really trying to get pumped up. It's more of just kind of get focused and relax a little bit.
For sure, I'm just trying to get in a zone and kind of just relax and focus on the game a little bit. Try not to get my nerves up too much. So yeah, I like to listen to country. Kind of cools me down a little bit, relaxes me.
Love it. So what's your plans after high school? You want to play sports in college?
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to. It's always been a goal of mine since a little kid to play college baseball. So that's always been my goal. That's kind of what I'm shooting for right now, actually. So yeah, I want to go get my major in exercise science, actually. So yeah, I want to try to get my degree and play college baseball.
Awesome. And obviously with exercise science, trying to be around sports for a long time. What, for you personally, what annoys you about your generation?
I would say the work ethic of people. I feel like people always want things kind of handed to them without working for it, and they always feel like they should be rewarded with stuff that they haven't worked for. So I would say that's the biggest pet peeve of mine of our generation is kind of just the crappy work ethic.
Very good. Do you have any aspirations of coaching eventually down the road?
Yeah, I would love to coach. Actually, I kind of want to coach a baseball team. Doesn't matter what level, but I've always wanted to be a coach for sure. Definitely baseball.
So would you be a kind of a small ball coach? Bunt a little bit, go bases to bases, or you want the kids to hit the weight room and hit the long ball?
I'm more of a hit the weight room, hit the long ball kind of guy. I'd rather have us play some smash mouth baseball. So I'd rather have them swing for the fences a little bit more.
Very good. All right, Gage. Thanks for being on the podcast and best of luck this year, man.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot for listening to another episode of the Bases Loaded podcast. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Bases Podcast.